Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your shadow reading. Okay, I meant to have these uploaded on Sunday. You know what? I'm not going to waste any more of your time, so let's get into your reading. What does Scorpio need to be aware of? What does Scorpio need to be aware of? You're the wrong 4 cards anyway, so you know what? Let's see what else. Come on, what else does Scorpio need to be aware of? Okay, let's see. Do not like looking at the cards beforehand, so you know what? There we go. Not. Wait, take this one. Where? That doesn't answer the. Where? Wait. Let me move these. Not it. Take this one. And then there was one. Okay. What's the last thing Scorpio needs to be aware of? What's the last thing Scorpio needs to be aware of? Wait. Mainers. Okay, Spirit. Alright. So for Scorpio, let's see, you have downcast pride, gilded regret, addicted, blinded to pain, forgetting oneself, and peaceful among thorns. Scorpio, you okay? No disrespect, but you seem like mighty comfortable in pain and solitude. I didn't even start the reading yet, and I don't know where solitude comes into play, but that's what I'm getting. That you found your safe space, your comfort zone, in the pain you currently reside in a sense of better what you're familiar with than embracing the unknown. So you know what, Scorpio, let's get into this real quick. For your conscious thoughts and, for your conscious actions, you have downcast pride. You're very humble, but not in a sense of you're aware of your achievements, basically, you're not aware of what it is that's good about you. Spirit, okay, please don't come for the messenger. I'm just saying it how Spirit's saying it. You can't even call it humble. You don't see all there is that's good about you. You have many amazing qualities, but you downplay your good attributes. Make it seem like something that anyone is capable of. Now, Scorpio, that's not to say you don't have some level of pride or self-respect. It's just you may see the surface level of what it is that's good about yourself, but you don't see the deeper meaning behind it. You don't see there's some things. I'm hearing, alright. You don't acknowledge your gifts, you don't see your talents, it's like you don't recognize your own name and the weight it carries the moment you enter the room. So if you are someone who stands in the social spotlight, who's favored among their friends, respected by their family members, even at your own job, if you're someone who is looked to with admiration, respect, just someone who's top-notch capable, you have no idea about the weight your name carries when you walk into the room. If someone's speaking positively about you while you're in the room, you'd be the one to downplay everything they just said. Even though they're talking you up, you'll be the one to downplay it. It's kind of like you're hating on yourself. And again, you're aware that you do this. You may not be aware of the degree to which you do it, but you're aware that this is something that you do, but it's kind of like borderline denial, in a sense, denial about it, because you just think you're being humble, you're being modest. No, not to the extent you do it. It's no longer considered modesty or humility. At least with being modest and humble, you have something nice to say about yourself. And Scorpio, it seems like you have very few nice things to say about yourself. Anyway, that's just how the energy is coming across. But then you have guilt, regret, and addicted for your conscious thoughts and influences. You hold yourself accountable to a lot of things you've done in the past. You've made some mistakes, you're aware of them. I'm hearing you don't regret your past grievances. So these could be things either you did to somebody else or somebody did to you. Either which way, you don't regret it. There's a lesson to be learned from them. You're not as perfect as you seem. You have some flaws, you made mistakes. There's some chinks within your armor. Okay, so now it makes sense a little bit with downcast pride. Because with taking accountability and accepting the role you play in past actions, whether you find it was your fault or not, just holding yourself accountable to the part you played in it, maybe contributing as to why you feel the need to humble yourself and be modest. You may not see yourself in the same light as everybody else does. And with addicted, yeah, I'm hearing you're addicted to pain. Oh wait, that's dark. I'm hearing physical, emotional, mental. I'm not gonna say the last one. Just that whatever pain you find yourself in, I'm hearing it's familiar, it's home, it's a pain you recognize. The bitter taste of truth in all your misdeeds. But there's something deeper here. Alright, so there's two messages that, yeah, there's two. It's split into two different paths. So Scorpio, you would know which one, on which path you're on, but for some of you it's more of you're hiding away in your feelings. You're with them but apart from them. You're staying in a state of self-gratification. So self-gratification coupled with the addicted card, over drinking, overeating, overspending, overworking, over talking, because the more time you spend talking, the less time you spend thinking. The less time you spend thinking, you don't have to feel what it is you don't have to feel what it is you're feeling. It's like, even though you're holding yourself accountable, you still feel the pain, you still feel the loss, you still feel the anger, the resentment, like everything you've kept buried deep has found its way to the surface, and you don't know how to deal, so you're just embracing it, living with it, but at the same time you're gonna do what you need to do to numb yourself out just a little bit or a lot, until you're ready to handle this bullshit. I'm hearing not today, maybe I'll feel like it tomorrow. Now, on the other side of this, Scorpio is more of you're taking it day by day. You recognize the pain you're in. Some of it is well deserved. It's more of like you've come to understand it, live with it, grow with it, but at the same time, you've become addicted to the pain that you're living in. You may have even stopped seeing it as pain altogether. Just a state of being that you're used to being in, a state of being you're used to living in. The pain of, whether it be the pain of loss, the pain of abandonment, the pain of betrayal. Whatever it is, you're dealing with it in your own way, but at the same time, you know the saying, don't stay in the ship. You stay in the ship long enough, you'll stop noticing the stink. Scorpio, in a sense, you stayed in it long enough, you're where you're in it, but you don't smell it anymore. It's just part of everyday life, so you don't notice the smell, you don't notice how dirty you are, you don't notice how unclean you are, you just it is what it is. Now, with your subconscious thoughts and influences, you have, I could probably also be feeding into why you're so negative. I'm hearing you think highly of yourself, but the bar is so low. How can you think highly of yourself if the bar is low? Yeah, the bar is set at average, and somehow you still can't seem to pass it. But again, that's in your own mind. Your skills, your gifts, your attitude, your personality, the way you present to your world is above the bar you set for yourself. But from your point of view, the bar is down on the floor and you're still not making the cut. Starting to make sense, a little bit of sense now. Okay. Now for your subconscious thoughts and influences, you have blinded to pain. This one is if you're just self-explanatory, because if you're lining up with your conscious thoughts and influences, basically tying into what I said earlier, you're not aware anymore of the pain you're living in. It's just part of everyday life now. Yeah. Only difference is you're not aware that you're blind to it. That's what this card is. You feel it, you're aware of the pain, but you're not aware that you're blind to it. And in your conscious mind, you're still feeling it, but in your subconscious mind, what pain are you talking about? I'm not feeling nothing. Yep, no, I'm good. Because you've grown so accustomed to feeling it and getting used to it and just living with it. But then next you have forgetting oneself. Spirit is showing me a person that's fading into the background. They're getting pushed back and fading into the background the further and further they move. I don't know, Scorpio, you may... On a subconscious level, you may be viewing yourself as someone who's not worth seeing. Not meant to be heard, seen, recognized, admired, respected. I'm hearing filled with a lot of garbage. Nothing good about yourself. You gotta make yourself interesting, but at the end of the day, when you take off your mask, what's there that's left? Faceless, colorless, lifeless. Dang, Scorpio. For lack of better words, it seems coming across as you forgot who you truly are. And you're okay with that. You're seeing yourself as someone not special, someone who's just ordinary. But the way you present it, though, on a conscious level, it's not that you're presenting yourself as someone who's ordinary. It's more of someone who's mediocre and less than. Usually this card means someone who's who has added onto themselves to make them seem more enlightening, interesting, gaining attention on false pretenses. But you, Scorpio, it's like you're adding on negative attributes, making yourself less worthy, more ugly, undesirable. Hearing unquestionably disrespected. So you could also be disrespecting yourself, but some way, somehow, it's like you're making yourself seem more you're viewing yourself more negatively than the people around you, and it's showing. But again, to the subconscious level, so when you're humbling yourself, you may not even hear or see why it's so bad, because on a subconscious level, you're discrediting yourself. But when it comes to your conscious mind, you're not even aware of that, so you keep on going how you're going and thinking it's okay, like, Lastly, you have peaceful among thorns. I'm hearing you're content, you're happy where you are. The thorns are nice and pokey, but it's what you deserve, it's what you're accustomed to. Wait. Scorpio? Basically what Spirit said and what they're also showing me, you sleep on a bed of thorns and you sleep beautifully. Why enjoy a bed of roses? It's below my pay grade. So even on a subconscious level, you're acknowledging the pain as a comfort to you, what you're used to. And I don't know, maybe throughout your life you've experienced nothing but pain. So when it comes to being at ease, relaxed, knowing what it's like to actually just feeling cared for or protected or in a safe space, that may seem unfamiliar to you. Because for me to hear that, you sleep comfortably, you sleep beautifully on a bed of thorns, why sleep on a bed of roses? It's below my pay grade. Whatever Scorpio I'm talking to, you're not used to being loved, you're not used to being respected, you're not used to being seen, you're not used to being heard, you're not used to being cared for, you're not used to being protected, you're not used to, just on average, the treatment you should receive just for being alive in this world as a person. It's coming across as new territory, unfamiliar to you, unrecognizable. Because it's not what you know and it's not what you're accustomed to, consciously or subconsciously. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Dang it. Okay, I do not like seeing before I place them. One moment. Oh wait. I'll mix and match. Let's see. Wait, take this one. Where? Wait, where? Wait. Take this one, yes or no? Side message. Got it. Center. This one. Okay, Scorpio, so you have meant to come out after all. Okay. 10 of water, 10 of air. And Hierophant. Oh, okay. So overlaying downcast pride, guilt, regret, and addicted, you have 10 of water. Okay. Water is cleansing and pure. Time to wash away the sins of the past. Closing out a cycle that no longer serves you. You've learned what you needed to, and you reap the rewards. In this case, considering the energy I felt off these two, the rewards were the lessons that you learned, and just acquiring the ability to hold yourself accountable, because yeah, nowadays not a lot of people can do that. It's so quick to point the finger at somebody else and slow to raise their hand and say, yeah, I did it. It was me. I fucked up somewhere along the way. And if you're saying how, and if you're saying how or when. Not a lot of people can do that. Hearing as a skill you acquired along with the lessons you've learned, they've made you. I'm hearing they made you a stronger leader. So I don't know, some of you may find yourself in a leadership position, either with work, friends, family, side hustle, entrepreneurship. I'm also hearing support group. So if you're part of a support group, even though you're just contributing members, some of them may look to you more of filling the leader role than being an average member. But the important thing Spirit wants to say with this is that now's the time to heal. As you heal, you begin a new chapter, one that's new and unfamiliar to you. You may want to stay in the old. I'm hearing a new destiny awaits. So yeah, one way or another, Spirit is finding a way to pull you out of the addicted and blinded to pain, so you can begin a whole new cycle, a whole new chapter. The 10 of air is overlaying guilt and regret, blinded to pain, and forgetting with self. I'm hearing stop regretting what's meant for you. You are worthy, you are disciplined, you are trained. Spirit has been knocking you over the head with the truth, and still you fail to listen. Hear these words and hear them well. You are a natural born leader, not meant for the spotlight, but to lead in other ways. You're respected and admired for a reason. You have certain skills and advantages that other people do not. You commune with spirit. I'm hearing you commune with spirit, ask for their advice, but fail to heed their instructions. So that may be some of you, not all of you. What's meant to be is what will be. I'm hearing the slower you take with your past, the faster they will push you upon it. Spirit, that's a little bit forceful. But like I said with the Ten of Water, you're starting a new chapter, so if they say push you on it, there may be certain coincidences that you've been seeing, synchronicities, events just lining up in your favor or setting you up on a path unfamiliar to you. Like, you know, when you over your land a new job, or things start going in your favor, and sometimes you look back and reflect like, dang, everything happened to happen exactly the way it did for me to get to this point. That's what Spirit is also trying to do to you as well. It's not a coincidence. It didn't happen by chance. Everything that goes in your favor, even when it doesn't seem to work in your favor, is all part of the plan to get you to where it is you need to be, to where you want to go. I'm hearing although the path may not make sense to you now, it will in the near future. And lastly, you have the Hierophant overlaying addicted, forgetting oneself, and peaceful among thorns. Actually, this is interesting because I haven't heard this before. It's time for a reconciliation between your past, present, and future. And what I'm seeing is like 3 different versions of you. They all look the same, but they're all meeting in one place to talk with each other, come to an understanding. I'm hearing, explain to me how we got to this point. This is not part of the plan. This is not where I'm meant to be. So yes, with this card, Spirit could be urging you to meditate, do a guided meditation if you need to, but to find a way to connect with yourself, all of yourselves. It's time to come to an understanding, take a deeper commitment to putting yourself first and seeing the true value and seeing true value in all that you are and all in what you stand for. You bring a lot to the table, more than you know, but because you fail to recognize your own worth, it's amazing that it can be seen in others. it's amazing that it can be seen by others. So yeah, with this one, Spirit's more so telling you that it's time to bring all your parts together. Not the pessimistic ideas of yourself, not your... Actually, yeah, I had that wrong. Your pessimistic ideas of yourself, your comfortability and pain, how you see yourself in the present moment, bring all sides of yourself together and get to the root of the problem as far as why you've chosen to see yourself that way. What is it about you that's so bad? Where did all this come from? Yeah, Spirit is urging you to dig deep and commit yourself to finding out the truth. Okay, let's see. What advice do you have? Spirit got jokes for you, Scorpio, because I know they playing, but at the same time, it's not funny because they saying you need the whole dang deck. Oh, Spirit got jokes. Spirit got jokes. This is not time. We're not playing no games. Wait. 1, 2, take all of them. Okay. Anything else? Can leave the rest behind. All right. Okay, let's see. Purification, deliverance, and fate. See, I can't make this up. Purification, deliverance, and fate. Starting with purification. Excuse me, Scorpio, please do not come for the messenger, but Spirit is saying it's time to clean your nasty ass thoughts. In the words of Spirit, time to clean your nasty ass thoughts. This here is despicable. How can you think so lowly of yourself? Let's keep it clean, nice and fresh. What are the good aspects? What makes you happy about yourself? Not just what makes you sad and miserable. Time to reframe your mental state of mind as the water washes away to close out the supposedly never-ending toxic cycle. Take the impure thoughts with it and make way for new, fresh, vibrant understanding that reflects how you truly see yourself, what's worth seeing and loving about yourself, not just what's worth hating. There's nothing about you that's worth hating. Although there's room for improvement, there's a lot to love and a lot to learn. Take the time you need to purify your thoughts and actions by taking the time to get to know, love, and understand yourself. Then we have deliverance. Apparently deliverance and fate goes hand in hand. I'm hearing one way or another this toxic cycle is closing. I'm hearing it's fate to bring you upon a higher path. Some things can't be changed. Alright, I'm not sure how many of you are going to understand this, but basically when you start working on yourself, improving yourself, your natural vibration, your energetic frequency rises with you to match the state of being that you to match the state of being with you're in. When you get rid of toxic behaviors, get rid of toxic eating habits that are no good for you and making you sick. When you stop thinking so negatively and start thinking positively, when you're actively engaging in physical movement, all of these things can raise your vibration and change your energy. But one thing that's not always talked about is the higher you go, it's just it becomes natural, it becomes fate, like something that you don't necessarily have control over, that other things just fall away. Like sometimes when your vibration rises higher, and you notice that certain friends are no longer around you, either you have conflict with them or they have conflict with you, and you're not fully understanding why. It's because they no longer match you. Their energy no longer matches yours. Their vibration no longer matches yours. And from what I'm getting from spirit, this is sort of the same. This chapter that's closing out, it's meant to close because you're moving into either a higher vibration. You're moving into a different energy or a higher vibration. All I can see is that something about you is changing. Your old habits don't work anymore. The foods you used to enjoy, they don't taste the same. The friends you're familiar with or used to hanging out with no longer connect how you used to. There's something about you that's changing, and it's shifting everything you know in some way, shape, or form. And the way that spirit is phrasing is that you are being delivered from your past. The pain you're holding on to, let it go. You'll find this an easier burden to carry along with you, to the point we can drop it all together. I'm hearing these changes are fated to happen. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Oh wait, no. Correction. You can fight it, but all that means is it's just going to take longer for this new cycle to officially begin, and the longer this new cycle will last. Spirit's trying to move you away from what it is you've grown too accustomed to. Again, pain, certain level of pain. Although change is scary and downright uncomfortable, it's a change that you desire. It's a change that you desired from day one. So in the past, you probably could have wished to feel this less than what you do right now. And it's just finally taking place in the present moment where you're just like, you've gotten accustomed to it. But anyway, this is the advice. This is what I'm getting for you, Scorpio. One way or another, there's a lot of change going on in some way, shape, or form. Work, family, friends, career, finances. I don't know why I said finances because I didn't see anything else, but it's new and it's uncomfortable, may even be downright terrifying. But the more you fight it, the longer it'll take for things to shift. Sometimes you have to go with the flow to see what the future holds. It can be better than what you think. But anyway, Scorpio, that is what I have for you. And I do hope you enjoyed and gained some insight from the reading. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall see you in the next one. Bye, Scorpio.